time touching you. I know your mom said don't close the door, so I'm taking my time loving you. Loving you. Touching you. I can feel your touch, skin to skin, and I don't want this moment to end. There's so many words getting in the way of what I'm trying to say. I really hope I know you. For all the times I've tried, I really hope I know you. I heard you once say, let's take it slow. So I'm taking my time loving you. I heard my head say, I don't know how to love. 'Cause there's always those times when I think about it too much. Say those three words first, 'cause you could have already said, I don't think I know you. No matter what I've tried, no, I don't really know you. Do I know you? Do I know you? Do I know you? Do I know you?
So this is a home gallery interview. We're here with a member of Beach Clinic. Could you just introduce yourself?
Hi,
Who you are?
I'm Karina Jimenez, aka K Valley 14, bassist of Beach Clinic.
Awesome. And can you introduce yourself?
My name is Alejandro Rodriguez. I'm one of the co-organizers with
Home gallery.
your name is?
Savannah.
Excuse me, what was your name again?
Karina.
We got to do this. We can edit this, right?
Karina.
Alright, so
Okay.
this is our first home
First draft,
gallery
first draft.
home gallery interview, really. First one.
Yeah, see, not bad, right?
So
You
first
shook
one.
off the bad stuff, right?
Shake it off.
If you're gonna mess up, it's
We're
gonna be
not-
right here and
We're
now.
not really used to being in front of a camera, but this is us letting you know that we're trying. To let you know that there's a lot of local talent out here.
I would start by asking Karina a little bit about herself and things she liked, music that, she's fond of, anything else.
Alright, so I guess like a little bit of background is I started off with music when I was like 6 years old in some recitals and after school programs when my mom worked like late hours and I had to stay after hours school, so this was pretty much extracurricular stuff with these people who just stay after school and take care of kids. So we do plays and we do little recitals and we perform for the community at the local, what is it? The senior center.
Senior center?
Yeah, so I did that when I was little, and then so that's where I started singing and loving to perform and all of that. And then bass, actually, I recently started, maybe not even 2 years ago. So I'm completely self-taught. I still have some trouble. Don't get me wrong. I don't know everything on the bass, but I do try to add my little pizzazz to it sometimes, and we have some difficulty sometimes when Carlos, the lead guitarist for Beach Clinic, tries to explain some things, but it's cool. Like, that's pretty much my basic backgrounds and type of music I like. I can't really say specifics, but I guess like indie rock, pop punk, and alternative rock are the main roots to where I write my music, where I learn some bass lines, and that's pretty much it.
It's pretty awesome. So what genre would you put Beach Clinic as?
Well, we are under as alternative / indie pop rock,
It's pretty awesome.
but we just write what we feel.
Yeah, you don't go in really
Yeah,
thinking,
I mean,
we're gonna make rap music. You know, you go in with whatever it's.
Yeah.
The next Beach Clinic album could be a death metal album. We don't know yet.
Yep.
You know,
We really
still in
never
the
know.
air.
You could totally like a 6-string bass.
I'm with it. I don't mind.
That'd be awesome. Why did you choose the bass? Why didn't you choose like the guitar? Or
Well,
the violin, the flute.
Is there a bassist that you would
Yeah,
like
do
to-
you like the bass by itself?
I just think it's a very underestimated instrument. I think people listen to a bass and they're just kind of like, yeah, it's a bass, you
the
know.
rhythm?
They don't realize that
It's the bounce.
it's the
Yeah.
bounce, you know, the
livelihood. Of
exactly, yeah. So, when I was like, I think 12, I tried learning how to play guitar, but I'm a lefty, so that didn't really work out well. So I tried buying a lefty guitar, and the cheapest one I found was like $300. So I was like, yeah, no, let's not do that. And one day I saw my old singing coach, and he pulls out his bass and he says, "You want to put it on?" And I think it was like red, orange-ish type color. So it obviously did not fit me at all because it was too big. It was for an older man, of course. But when I saw a video of him playing bass, it really made me think I probably could do this if I really did try. This was my freshman year, so when I was about 15, and about a year or so later, I started playing bass, and ever since then, I've just been on it.
That's awesome.
It's pretty cool.
Thanks.
So, was that bass lefty bass?
No, funny enough, it's not.
So did you learn bass?
I learned bass like the way
Right-
most people do,
right-handed?
right-handed
So you're a
bass.
left-handed person who learned the right bass.
How do you think
How do you do that?
that makes
That's
you feel
pretty cool.
in terms of how you would play differently if you learned it left-handed?
Lefty.
Do you think that there's a big change on how you would do it? I mean, singing is one thing. Do you feel you're able to naturally sing and play righty or lefty at the same time? Do you
Yeah,
think,
is it
are you
easier?
able to?
I feel like, in all honesty, now if I were to try to get back on to a lefty bass, I'd probably forget everything I've learned. So, funny enough, I just said, you know what, I'm gonna learn on a righty guitar, and I'm a righty bass guitar, and if it doesn't work out as I hope it does, then it really wasn't meant for me. And it was crazy because the second I tried learning a song, it was, what song was it? I'm trying to remember. Do you guys know Animali by Incubus?
Yeah.
I know Incubus.
Animali,
I don't Incubus, but I know that song.
it's a pretty like intense song, and that was the first song I learned, and it came so naturally to me that I knew right then and there the bass was meant for me. And it gives me difficulty playing and singing sometimes, but I do work extra hard just to be able to play it, I guess you could say.
That's pretty awesome.
Thank you.
That's pretty cool. That's not really common for people to be right-handed and just automatically more or less. So it's like
Yeah.
me going on a left-handed guitar and being like, this is how I play, even though I write with my right hand. It's
Yeah.
like, so you write with your left hand? Then?
I write with my left hand.
But you play with your right.
I play with my right.
That's like that's a pretty cool.
Is that ambidextrous? That's
Yeah,
the correct
that's
word?
yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
Ambidextrous.
Ambidextrous.
Amazon.
Thanks to the camera.
Amazon jungle.
Can you tell us a little bit about your bandmates and how you know them?
Well,
How many people are in your band?
oh, we're actually a trio. We originally started with 5 people.
Oh.
Each clinic originally was me, Carlos, a different drummer, a keyboardist, and a different guitarist as well. So Carlos was on rhythm, and we had a lead guitarist. Unfortunately, we didn't really work well. We all had different genres that we were into. Our minds kind of clashed with ideas, and it really wasn't working out. So this was probably September, October of 2017. So I went to a little trip with my sister to Thailand, and when we came back, I just told Carlos, you know what, enough is enough. We gotta get Beach Clinic out there. We gotta, whether it's just me and you, and we find some bandmates later, we gotta start writing. So me and Carlos have known each other since his freshman year, my sophomore year. I met him when one of the science teachers brought him into the choir room. I still remember this day. The teacher comes in and he says, "Hey, I have this kid who plays and sings. Put him in choir." And he looked a little scared. He was like a little freshman, you know. He didn't know the building. No one ever knows the music building at El Rancho. So
weird.
Yeah.
It's you know it's
It's
all
just separate.
showed in the back by the bathrooms. You know.
It really is. So
It's really fun.
So-
I had jazz band, and I hated going back there.
yeah,
It's like-
It's
Oh,
an odd building.
It's like
just
the Z
kind of there.
building.
Yeah. No one knows it
No one
even
knows.
exists. So he walks in there and he's kind of like, I don't know these people. They look a little intimidating. So one thing led to another, and he decided to join choir, and he was in there, and we've known each other since. We've had some butting heads sometimes, but I can honestly say he's one of my bestest friends. He's a very good person. He's kind-hearted. His family is amazing. They're like my second family as well. And as for Sarah, our drummer, I met her my freshman year in a little music school in Uptown Whittier. It was called Ignite Music Center. I had known one of the instructors there since maybe 6th grade, but I never spoke to him until my last year of middle school. And he told me, hey, like I noticed you sing. Why don't you come down? I could probably give you a little discount, give you some classes, see if you like it, and if you want to continue, keep on doing it. And I was only there for 2 months because it was very expensive, but she had 3 years there, and I first met her there because of her sister. Her sister was a bassist at the time, and our schedules kind of clashed, and it was just kind of like a hi-bye type of person, you know. And funny enough, she ends up being in my church classes in confirmation in what is it, like Norwalk area. And she's like, hey, I know you from somewhere. I'm like, hey, aren't you from Ignite? And she's like, yeah, I'm from Ignite, you're from Ignite. And we just became really close friends because of church. And one day I just asked her, like, hey, you want to make a band? You want to be in our band? And at first she declined. She's like, I have way too many things on my plate. It really is not for me. That was in the whole time where Beach Clinic was just kind of like there, but not actually there. And so when I came back from my trip in January, she was like, all right, let's do this. I'll be your drummer. And ever since then, it's just been the little trio everyone knows as Beach Clinic.
That's cool.
It's a pretty cool story.
Very unique,
So
definitely.
it started originally. So in the end, you guys weren't with any of the original people.
No, besides me and Carlos. Me and Carlos are
What happened to those two people? They do their own thing. They got another band.
Well,
or they-
the original drummer is actually the drummer from Nebula Narc / Ska of Sin, Miguel.
Okay.
So he was there for maybe 2-3 practices, and he decided it wasn't for him.
With
We're like-
guitars, was it?
Yeah, exactly. So we're like, all right, that's cool, man. Our keyboardist said I guess the vibe of writing music and just being on the spot and jamming out together wasn't him as well. He's self-taught. He is really good, but I guess when it came to writing new stuff and bringing up some ideas to the band, he felt a little intimidated, I guess you could say. But we're okay with that. We're still great friends with him. He's in our choir as well. He's awesome.
Cool.
And then the guitarist, it was just